Sad times. Oh my gosh. Some of you that follow us already know this, but I lost another boat again. Well, we sold our boat. This is Bambu, 41-foot Newport. And it's very, very hard for us because we really love this boat and we've had so many fun adventures on it. But my mom, who lives in Florida, she is kind of losing it, I want to say. She's losing her memory. I think maybe the first stages of dementia. So she's all alone. She's by herself out there and she needs help. So Billy and I decided to make an investment, so we bought a house in Florida. And we, honestly, babe, Billy and I didn't even think we'd get the loan because we're self-employed, so that's very difficult to get a loan when you're self-employed. But we went through Rocket Mortgage, which is usually really easy for some people if you have a steady job income coming in, but when you're self-employed, it took us, what, 2 months to get
2 months.
through?
The guy selling the house almost bailed on us.
Yeah, so it took, I mean, it was the most stressful thing I would say I've ever done in my life. And if I had known what it was going to take to get the house, I probably would have not gone through with it. But
glad we did.
But anyway, so here's Bambu. Look at it, like it's empty, stripped,
but it still looks good.
and everything. And the kid that bought it is very tall, and the reason he bought the boat was because he had enough headroom. We got him champagne for his little ritual. What do you call it? Aren't you supposed to like
Christen it?
Christen it and do it on the bow?
Yeah, I think at this point you just pop the cork, splash it around a little bit, and drink the rest.
But Billy, so how do you feel?
You know what? I'm happy. This is going to be a nice change, I think.
But you're gonna. Okay, well, since Billy and I are moving, I had to sell Birdie. Yeah, that was so sad. So, but it's not a practical car for Florida, being that it's so hot and humid and it's an air-cooled engine. But I get used to this badass Jeep right now till we leave. Rocco's gonna come with me. We gotta go shopping. We're having a going away bash today on the dock. So we gotta go provision. And this is not your first time in a Jeep. She said she's driven one before, right?
A long time ago, 30 years ago.
Okay. This thing is really interesting. It's a 1981 CJ5, and I have to say it's a beast to drive because nothing is power anything. I mean, you gotta like, when you steer, you have to really like, it keeps going in the direction that you know you're steering it, and so you have to compensate the other direction. And also with the brakes, you press on the brakes, but it doesn't stop. I mean, it just like, it keeps going. So you're like, okay, brake, brake, brake. So you have to compensate for like turning and braking. And so, all right, so we're gonna go to the grocery store. Let's see. You gotta pump it, pump it. Woo! Here you go. Yeehaw! Here we go. All our stuff's getting moved. There it is. It's amazing you can have that much stuff on a boat. Actually, there's somebody in front of us though, so it's we didn't really take up that much room.
I live in a dirty town.
We just left San Diego, and I was just telling Billy, I go, God, it already feels cheaper, doesn't it? Like, no fees, no taxes, or less taxes.
This is going to be cheaper.
Where have you been? Where's everybody been? Just joking, I know. Where did we go? We disappeared for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we've been under a lot of changes, a lot of stress. As you know, we moved cross country. We had to come back to San Diego to get Zephyer. Because we left Zephyer behind.
Arizona, where the speed limit is 75 5.
All right. I feel like we're flying. Anyway, so Billy promised me I could do some roadside attractions. One thing I've always wanted to see is the Thing. What is the Thing? Do you know what it is?
You know what? It's a bunch of goofy stuff, but it costs $2 to get in, so it's worth it.
All right.
That's
Well,
what they say.
I just know for years. Every time I had to go traveling, either with my parents or somebody else, I wanted to stop and see the Thing, but no one would let me stop. So we got to see it. Okay, I don't know. What'd you think about the Thing? I thought it was totally worth it.
Yeah, it was. They it's not as cheesy as it used to be, but that's why it was $5 now and not
Was it
$2 like
wasn't
advertised.
$2,
And
but-
she's like, "Oh, that's probably an old website." I'm like,
Yep, it was.
okay.
But there was too much information to show you. There was you were allowed to take pictures and then video and stuff, but I couldn't get it all in. So you'll just have to come and see it for yourself.
Should I start the ice maker?
Yeah. You want to?
Really?
We were going to go to San Antonio to the AMCO and figure out our transmission, but something else happened along the way, so we're going to have it checked out earlier than later. We're going to stop in a place called Ozana, Texas, which I hear there's not much out there, right?
It's just a stepping stone for getting across Texas, they say.
Nothing redeeming out there, but there is supposedly a good diesel and truck mechanic. So we're limping it right now, going slow in the fog. It's early in the morning, and we're going to have to assess how much this is going to cost versus do we just cut our losses and rent a car, take everything out of the van, and go the rest of the way. We don't know. Not good. We're about 20 minutes outside of Ozana, and our engine light keeps coming on, and we're just losing power. I don't know if we lost our turbo also. Oh shit. And we have to go up all these hills. We're supposed to be like, what's that? Fort Stockton is about 3,000 feet in elevation, and San Antonio is about 600 feet. So we're going to be dropping, but we still have these last bit of hills to climb up, and it doesn't like it. The minute we hit a hill, it loses all power. And of course, it's busy traffic with a lot of semis. We have our hazards on. Come on, baby. Come on, Van Zephyer. You just got to limp it. We got
45 miles an hour in an 80 mile an hour zone.
Yeah. Okay, so can you say screwed? We're totally screwed.
Yeah.
So
We figured out it's a cool town, though. Everybody knows. Older guys here, and they know everything about all these trucks. And we blew our overdrive, which we kind of figured we blew our transmission. And we figured how much it was going to probably cost driving out here, that it was going to be about at least $2,000. And turns out it's going to be labor, parts. It's not worth it.
it's going to be about 4,000 you're looking at. Plus, we'd have
At
to
the
get
light, turn left onto Avenue
we'd have to get a hotel room and wait. It said it'd be about 3 or 4 days.
It would be a $5,000 fix.
Yeah, it's just not worth it for the van. So, but the other screwed part is that we're in Ozona, which there's only 3,000 people population, of which 500 of them are on crystal meth. And evidently they can't do anything about it.
9 miles. Continue straight.
Because there's no cop, there's no police force out here. So he said our best bet is to limp it to San Angelo, and they have an airport, at least a car rental place. They also have a what do you call it, where they take. We might be able to get some money for the van.
They have a scrapyard.
They have a scrapyard, and so we'll figure it out from there. But our biggest concern right now is we can't take the van over 40 miles an hour. So San Angelo is about 80 to 90 miles away.
So at 30 miles an hour, we got 3 hours.
So, and that's hoping, crossing our fingers that we make it, because we could potentially burn out the other gears. So, Billy, you got to be pretty adamant about keeping it under 40. So here we go. Unbelievable. All right, such is life. I mean, you got to roll with the punches. So this is one of the punches for sure. And we get an adventure.